So I have what's called the Pentad super syndrome. I have EDS, mast cell disease, GI dysmotility, autoimmune disorders, along with dysautonomia I was just recently diagnosed with. So I have a lot of autonomic nervous system dysfunction. My heart rate goes crazy. But one of the biggest things that bothered me the most was I had a lot of migraines and a lot of head pressure, which caused me to not be able to live life, basically. I was on the couch a lot, so it just was miserable. And when I talked to Elijah, I was really interested and curious on what he could further do for me. I'd been going to chiropractic for 10, 15, 20 years. I'd had a car accident, and that's kind of what started a lot of my problems. And so I just wanted to see what new technology was out there that could actually further help me. And so I was really curious to see what he could do. When I first came in, he went through the process and explained how our bodies heal. And I am a very firm believer in how our bodies, if given the right things, are self-healing. And they were created that way. And so I was very, very eager to start right away. And when I saw my scans and my x-rays, I cried because I didn't realize how bad my spine was. I had never treated my lower back since my car accident when I was 24. So this was about 20 years ago. And I have occipital neuralgia in my head. So a lot of my migraines were really nerve pain. And he said something that I had never known, was that a lot of your pain can be coming from somewhere else. And I had been getting nerve blocks put in my back of my skull from a pain clinic for that, but it was wearing off within a month. So that wasn't really doing much. And then what is in those injections that could affect me long term when I'm older, I wasn't really too keen on. So within my first visit, he adjusted me, and my neuralgia was gone. And I was sold right away. I was like, I haven't had any of that occipital neuralgia in my head since. And that was pretty amazing. The head pain was the number one thing I noticed right away. Because of that head pressure, like I couldn't bend down to tie my shoes without having pressure and pain in the back of my skull. So I like to do flower gardening. We would go hiking. I would have just pain. I couldn't do a lot of activities without having consequences later. So I have seen a huge improvement in that area of my life. I have been more active in the past 2 months than I have in years. I have lost over 20 pounds in 2 months, and it's been pretty cool. I have also I have had acid reflux for 20 years, and I didn't really know the cause. Some of that can be related to some of my super syndrome, but when we looked at the scans, I also had what looked like a herniated disc in my mid-back, and some of that could be related to it, and I haven't had anything really since being adjusted. I haven't needed to take any over-the-counter meds for any acid reflux at all. And I've had Barrett's esophagus, which is really horrible, like bad GERD. We're talking cells mutating, could become cancers in the future, kind of long-term bad acid reflux. And I've had endoscopies for years because of it. So to have that kind of change within 2 months is phenomenal. Oh my goodness. What I've learned about my health is that just because you're given a diagnosis doesn't mean that that is the end result. There are ways that you can change and heal your body. Just because someone tells you, yep, you have this, and it's genetic, and yep, you're gonna have it the rest of your life, that doesn't mean that you can't still heal and still move on and be better. And yeah, you could have this diagnosis, but you can still have a better quality of life. And that is what I've learned. And I've had chronic pain for many, many years. I've had occipital neuralgia in my head. I've had neuropathy in my feet, in my hands, because I've had fibromyalgia as well. And all of those kind of syndromes and those things that you get with autoimmune disorders, those things can be taken care of here at this chiropractic. He's just very efficient, and he's very respectful to you as a person, and he cares about you. And having EDS, if you know what that is, it's a system of the body where we have faulty collagen, so our skin can be fragile. I can bruise very easily, and someone who does manual manipulation as a chiropractic can be very intimidating for someone who has EDS. And I haven't had a problem with that with Dr. Elijah. And other chiropractics I have had issues with, so I have been very impressed with the care here at Good Life. I would recommend Good Life to anyone, really. If you have had issues with chronic pain, if you have issues with autoimmune, fibromyalgia, if you have scoliosis, if you have had a car accident, if you have neuropathy, any number of issues, he is your guy, because he deals with, well, just basic chiropractic, but he deals with the nervous system, and the nervous system takes care of everything. It is basically your computer for your body. It takes care of your immune system. Who doesn't want their immune system healthy right now? I know I do. So I would really recommend you come in and see Dr. Elijah. My name is Liz, and this is my Good Life story.